kingdom is in trouble, but the real threat at the moment is to your safety, Princess. Alhazred has such plans. You don't want to wed Alhazred, do you?
How can you ask? Of course not.
If you do not wish to marry him, Cosima, you shall not. I promise you. But we must get you out of here now. You are not safe.
But Abdul would tear the castle apart if I were to disappear from my room. You shall have to do what you can to delay his plans from your end.
I can't just leave you here.
Alexander, do not despair for me. I have been safe in this room for nearly 6 months now. Abdul can be in no hurry, whatever he plans. After all, I'm to be his bride, am I not? I have been planning too, you see. I believe I can escape. If I can only get a chance to lay my hands on a weapon, there might be an opportunity in the hustle of the wedding.
But
Shh, just a moment more, then you must go. Let us not waste time with words. Please, let me just look at you, dear Alexander.
Here, take this dagger. It's not much, but it might come in handy.
Why, it's perfect. This is just the sort of thing I've been looking for. Thank you, Alexander. I'll keep it close and use it if I must.
I found this letter in the Wazir's bedroom. I think you should know what it says.
I can't believe it. I had my suspicions, but this confirms everything. Alexander, you must keep the letter. You might have a chance to show it to someone who can help you stop Alhazred. Just be careful.
Although Alexander would gladly offer Cosima all that he owns, that item would be of little help to her now.
Oh no! Someone's coming!
The lock on Cosima's door rattles abruptly.
Alexander, hurry! Step away before they see you!
Alexander hears scuffling and a woman's brief cry from the other side of the wall. Then, silence. Alexander looks through the chinks in the wall, anxious to see what the commotion was about. Cosima is gone. Where could they have taken her? How could he have let them take her?
A fine rescuer I'm turning out to be.
Alexander takes another look through the chink in the wall. Captain Saladin has left, and the other 2 guard dogs are talking too quietly for Alexander to hear them. There's a strange door on the west wall. There doesn't appear to be any handle or keyhole on the door. Since the door on the west wall has no visible knob or handle, Alexander decides to try to open it with his voice. He composes his words carefully.
Listen, door. I would have you open. Ali Zebu.
It worked. A small table graces the middle of the room. The table is covered by a velvet drapery. The initials AA are embroidered on the drapery.
AA. That must stand for Abdul Al-Hazred.
Alexander pulls the drapery aside, curious as to what might lie underneath. On the table is a strange-looking stone that's giving off an odd, high-pitched noise.
That must be the Isle of Wonders singing stone. Didn't the queens think that the beast had stolen it?
On the table is a miniature oak tree. It looks very old.
That must be the sacred miniature oak that the druids thought the winged ones stole.
On the table is a coat of arms with the head of a beast on the crest.
Beast said that his coat of arms was stolen by the druids. This must be it.
Those trunks probably contain the kingdom's treasure, once guarded so well and used so wisely by King Caliphim, now in the hands of that blackguard Al-Hazred. The druid's sacred miniature oak tree is on the table with the rest of the treasures. Alexander is standing in the Castle of the Crown's treasure room. The soft-toned room seems very secure. Along the walls are trunks and caskets, probably full of the kingdom's treasure. In the middle of the room is a low table. The velvet drapery has been pulled back, exposing the table's items. The initials AA are embroidered on the drapery. On the table is a fleece made of gold.
That fleece must belong to the winged ones. And they thought the Isle of Wonder had taken it.
As Alexander looks at the objects on the table, he realizes the depth of the Wazir's cunning. It must have been the Wazir or an accomplice who stole that one thing most precious to each island, and then leaked rumors that one of the other islands was responsible.
What did the Wazir have to gain by causing the islands to hate one another?
Alexander hears the sound of music coming from the east. It sounds somewhat classical, but... oh no, it's wedding music. Alexander hears a door of the north hall open. Then, the sound of guard dog footsteps. The footsteps are headed this way. Alexander sees nothing to do there on the wall. The wedding music has begun. Alexander doesn't want to get trapped inside the dungeon now.
Hey, you're not allowed down here.
I think I'm a little lost. I was looking for the wedding and...
Be quiet. The Wizir told us to look out for a saboteur. My nose tells me that's you. Guards!
Alexander watches helplessly as the guards descend upon him.
You'll stay in here until we find out what the Wizir wants to do with you.
The guard dogs leave Alexander to his fate, locking the door noisily behind them. Alexander wonders how he'll get out of this one.
Prince Alex,
Jallo, what are you doing here?
never mind. Quick, before the guard dog patrol comes around again.
But how did you know I was...
This is no place to talk, Alexander. Just trust that I know everything that goes on in this castle. Now, be more careful. If you get caught again, I don't know if I'll be able to get you out.
Alexander hears a door of the north hall open. Then, the sound of guard dog footsteps. The footsteps are headed this way.
Hey, you're not allowed down here.
I think I'm a little lost. I was looking for the wedding and...
Be quiet. The Wizir told us to look out for a saboteur. My nose tells me that's you. Guards!
Alexander watches helplessly as the guards descend upon him.
I think someone must have let our prisoner loose, Ralph. Who would be crazy enough to do that, Hal? I don't know, but if I find out, that traitor will be sorry. Let's keep an extra sharp eye in the halls. We'll make sure no one can get near him again. Right, Hal.
The guard dogs slam the door and lock it. Alexander has a feeling there will be no help from Jallo this time. Alexander unlocks the door with his skeleton key and quickly makes his escape. Uh-oh, a guard dog. Alexander's been seen.
Hey, you're not allowed down here.
I think I'm a little lost. I was looking for the wedding and...
Be quiet. The Wizir told us to look out for a saboteur. My nose tells me that's you. Guards!
Alexander watches helplessly as the guards descend upon him.